Okay, we are back. Just gotta check. We're back. Back with ERGOL. I was thinking that I don't know if this is how. It looks like the buckle is backwards. It looks like this is not how it should work. So I was thinking I might have to fix that. At least I'm gonna check a little something to see if it makes more sense. Freaking please. I hate that. I wish it could auto freeze the subdivision so I can do this stuff. Is that subdivided too? Would this make more sense? Thinking about it, like this, it's this end of the thing. Well, let's look at it this way. The buckle is on this side. Well, this I should probably make like a little crease here. Where the hell is a crease? Brush, why can't I ever find it? Crumple crease. Is that too subtle? That's very not subtle at all. Does that look too stupid? It's so wonderful that every separate subtool has like an undo history. Otherwise, I'd be screwed. Can I soften this, or it's gonna lose the edge? I hate eyeballing things. I hate making things like... Where's the crease again? I was doing this sort of for show. It doesn't need to be like functional, obviously, but ideally it should make sense visually. If I wasn't spending so much time on this stupid shit, I should be able to finish this guy already and move on to perhaps a different character or some backgrounds. But I'm wasting all the time in the world on this. Did I ruin the effect of having the E? Let's go back to the original E just in case. How do belts even work? Why am I having such a hard time figuring this out? How stupid am I? Can I, is this subdivided? Yeah. If I flip this horizontally, it should adjust. No, it shouldn't, because I didn't flip the buckle. That only made it worse. But I should be able to retract this down here, and then bring this part all the way in here. This. How many of these did I put? Yeah, I was thinking there was a third one, but how do I pull this in the right direction so I don't ruin everything? It just has to meet the buckle there. Can I mirror this? Here I should sort of inflate this part a little bit. Not inflate, but to bring forward. I wish I didn't have to spend so much time on the same crop again and again. This is very regular. Can I inflate here a little bit? Locally, then soften it. such a dumb way to do this, but I think it works better this way. Instead of the backwards sort of belt that we had before. Let's mirror this. Or let's just mirror this one. That feels like very far away. I'm gonna have to hide this tongue. This one is relatively at the same height that the height it should be, but it doesn't look right. I don't know what to do with this. If I mirror this, it's going to end in a very weird place. Absolutely weird place. Let's say I put it there and I try to put this one between the other two. But I hate eyeballing things. But when a surface is irregular and whatever, there are units of measure that you can use for some things. But when something is just regular, all you can do is eyeballing. Is that right? Is that remotely right? Not at all. Just be like here. Can't even see. Again, sometimes when you attack something from the visual point of view, it doesn't have to be right, it has to look right. But this is neither. Wow, perspective was off. Why does this look too low when it's even higher than the other one? This freaking tongue shape. I don't know, does this look more correct as a belt? I know that as a buckle, stitches in the right place? Can I inflate a little bit here and soften? I think I had a belt like that had this kind of stitches on the sides. I don't know if I subconsciously got it from there. I don't even know anymore. What does it look like if I render it? This looks lumpy here. Oh, I made it worse. It is very lumpy. How else am I gonna make it meet the thing? I don't know. This tip thing looks so bad. I just don't know what to do with it. It's very asymmetric. Oh, that's also a problem, huh? Would this work at all? If I made it, if I tried to force it into symmetry? No. Ay, ay, ay. Jesus Christ, will you freaking cooperate for a little while? Is that too radical of a concept to you? sort of forced it into symmetry. Is it gonna be less offensive to eyes right now? This freaking tip thing. I still don't like it. But from that to this, maybe it is better. It's just a little touch, just a little termination kind of thing. I don't even know. Was there anything else I could do with the shoes? I'm not gonna do the same thing with the buckles. They're just gonna have to look like that. What is this? Oh, help us. I don't know if this is too intense. Probably should wrinkle it like that in the back more than the front. It's barely visible. I don't really know. About this. I don't want to make any changes that I'm going to have to revert for one reason or another. I'm probably saving this as a different version anyway. That's too intense. want to be able to move on instead of struggling with little details of the same thing. Ay, ay, ay. What a week. Is this too much? That's probably a lot. 13. What's up with that one? Can I do that for like the elbows here? Maybe the... Nope. Does that make any sense? No. It should be... wrinkles should sort of flow from one side to the other. Does that make any sense to crumple this? Maybe that'd work in the pants better. It's all bunched up here. It's probably too symmetric looking, but well, it's kind of the most convenient way to do this kind of thing. Then I will try to break the symmetry later. By modifying some areas separately. If I can inflate here a little bit, this bunched together effect. Well, I don't have to inflate his cheeks. Is not what I was going for. Maybe that's a way to make these wrinkles look more the way I want them to. They're a bit subtle. I don't know if I should have brought them a bit further down, or if maybe I should inflate them more. Does that look like it has some kind of texture? I ended up creating a weird edge in here, I think. It should have more divisions. I don't know if I can do the same kind of wrinkles here. Lower intensity maybe. Not so much lower. This is too subtle. That doesn't look great. I don't know if this is working, but I did a test a few days ago, and I think I like that better than this thing that I'm doing now. Maybe if I micro inflate this area with lower intensity. Does it make any sense like it's bunched up close? I don't even know. No. That's the problem now. The other sort of wrinkles have to match. This sort of angle that I established with these. I don't want to give him like a crack, but you know, for the sake of defining this area. Nope. Oof. Is that a very bad idea? I don't want it to look like he needs to pull it out of his crack. I don't know what to do with this. This should accompany the shapes, and the shape seems to want to go this way, but I don't know if the wrinkles like that make any sense. Again, I might go back to do this to the basic shapes. That's why I saved it as a different version of this. I want him to have any kind of weird bulge in here, but I also don't want for the pants to look like they have no shape. Or like they don't have the correct shape. I don't know if this fly with buttons draws too much attention, but I saw it on a reference thing, and I thought it was a good idea. Are those the same size? Yeah, I guess. Are those better? if I could inflate them down here a little bit, make it look like they're bunched a bit. No, I don't like that. I should get new alphas for these as well. This is very basic. This is a bit too sharp. None of these are great, I feel like. Well, they're very useful. They've always been. But I feel like what am I pressing? I want for this trousers to be sort of baggy, sort of drapey, but it's difficult to find the way to apply this wrinkle in an organic way that really makes sense. It's a bit of a lot of trial and error. Fold 3, where are you, Fold 3? This is one of those. This is the type that I can apply in the length of the whole leg. Not like this, really. But sort of. That gives it a bit of a more bunched up look. Again, the symmetry is kind of excessive here, but oh, there was a tool. There was the crumple thing that I used to like. I haven't used it in a long time. I used to make sort of wrinkles like this. I don't know if it's exactly what I need here, but it makes it a bit more organic. Shapes. But it's not as stiff as the pre-made alphas. It ends up looking like they're very perfect wrinkles. No, that's not even close. Just one of these again. I don't know if that ended up giving it too much of a texture. The crumpling thing. Maybe they should be more smooth, but not completely. Again, I'm not going for realism or anything like that, but things still have to make some sense. I don't know if this is the kind of thing that would make sense to give like a stitch here, or like any kind of accent, quote unquote. Could I do something with the crease again? I don't know if that makes any sense, but something that looks a bit like some kind of stitching. Again, if I make this in a remotely shiny, not super shiny, but something that has just a bit of a sheen as a material, it's gonna give it like a bit of the illusion that it's a scene. Let's see it with a shiny material. I don't even know. But I don't know if I should apply more. Why do I keep picking that brush? I don't know if I should try to apply more alphas. I feel like I have ruined it more than anything else. Lucky I saved the base shape. I can go back to it if I need to. To this I'm just going to apply some alpha. I'm not going to crinkle it like crumple it like the other one. I don't know if this should align. Is that the alpha that I'm using? Which one should I use? This one is too sharp. I should make a softer version of this one. It'd be more usable. I'm going to have to take another little break in a few minutes. Again, there's some social media stuff that I need to post. Not related to this. I don't know. I think that's kind of the sort of progress that I need to make. I might again go back and fix some things. Soften this. Here I already see some wrinkles that overlap in a very weird way that I don't really like. I don't know, it's all about this weird back and forth of trying things and this is too crumpled. There's a problem with this kind of brushes sometimes around some edges. They will do some weird things because they wrap around a shape like this and you're not really seeing it, but it's making a mess on the other side. So I'm ironing out a few areas. Where the filter went too hard. Now I'll be right back. I have those posts to make. Has it been an hour? Yes. I'll be right back. I really have to make some kind of reel, some kind of thing. A better be right back screen or something. back at it again to see if we can finish the basics on this guy. Is this really working? I hope it is. Am I capturing the right thing? Anyway. Hey Breen. Good to see you. I don't know if there's anyone lurking or anything. Oof. I hear you. Yeah, it's been quite a week for me too. I've tried to keep streaming. I had to make a couple of short ones, and for a while I didn't do a lot of progress with the sculpting, but I've been fine. I've been trying to keep it up. I'm trying to add some finishing to the clothes, and I finished the game. I don't think I'm gonna finish the sculpting, but at least I finally feel like I'm making some progress here. I don't know if I inflated this too much. I want them to be sort of puffy but not too big. Is perspective on? For a couple of days I had to leave really early, so I streamed for only 1 hour. I did only a little bit of gaming and no sculpting. And the days that I did some sculpting, I did very little progress. I got stuck on the shoes. I thought I had this idea of putting this sort of E-shaped buckle on the shoes and the belt, and I spent a long time with that, more than I should have. Right, no, I think you did tell me that you haven't streamed like in years, that you're not familiar with all the layers and all this stuff. I think you did tell me that. Couchpunk is the one that streams, and I've never been able to catch any of their streams. Well, a lot of people hasn't been streaming this week because of Thanksgiving, and they're either traveling or celebrating. Or the Bangers was another one that I wanted to check out, and they didn't stream this week because they're traveling as well. Same thing with Phil Jameson himself. He's still not back from going up to meet the folks for the holidays. That's okay. I think you did tell me that when I was talking about the overlays and that kind of stuff. I think you mentioned that you had not streamed in a long time. I used to I used a brush that crumples all of the material to make it look more like this drapey sort of clothes, or but I think I overdid it, and now I'm going back and softening it out a little bit, ironing out the weird wrinkles that I made. I don't know if he should have pockets, but it's a bit late now to think about that. I never really thought about that. I gave it something that looks like a seam here, but I don't even know how it's going to look like in whatever material I decide to use for this pants, for these trousers. I kind of want to move on already. I don't know. I don't want to abandon him, but I don't know if I should, or I could start a different character already and then go back to him. Or maybe work on some of the backgrounds to have a little bit of variety, because if I already feel like I'm stuck on him, I haven't done a lot of progress in the last few streams. I've spent too long working on the same details again and again. I don't know what could I do for the other character, Astrid. She was originally supposed to be like a fairy, but then I changed the backstory and everything, and she's more of a sorceress herself, or the daughter of sorceress. And I need to redesign what I had in mind for her. So that's a bit intimidating, because I don't know what to do with her. It would have been easier if she was still a fairy. I have to add some wrinkles in here, in the sleeves. Where am I? Here. To make this right, I should individually make... Oh, that bled into the other side. I should mask this. That sometimes happens. You apply something and it wraps around in a weird way, and it affects the other side. It's funny that you mentioned Morticia. I did think of something like that, sort of beautiful but sort of dark. It could very well work, something like that. I also thought at some point, back when she was a fairy in the original version of my story, I thought of, in the same way he has the mushroom thing going on, I was thinking she should have like a floral type of motif. Maybe not a flower in her head, but part of her garment. But yeah, right now I don't know what to do, because I don't want her, now that she's a sorceress, I don't want her to look like she's tied to one element, so to speak, like she's like the flora kind of sorceress. I also thought, since I don't want to have a sort of Beauty and the Beast situation with them, with him being this odd kind of guy and her being completely normal human. I thought maybe she should be some kind of creature too, but I don't know exactly what. Oh, that's okay, Breen, don't worry. I think I will stream tomorrow. Saturday? Yes. I should stream at least for a while. Don't worry, thank you for coming. See you when you're back, when you join me again. I don't know what kind of wrinkles I want to add here. I don't want it to look I don't want to overdo it. I already did that with the pants, and I went back trying to undo it. Yeah, this is definitely too much. Should I lower the intensity? Yeah, that's the problem very often with this kind of thing. I do something that it has to match the same sort of direction and quote-unquote motion of the wrinkles that I've already done. I cannot have wrinkles overlapping like in a weird way, like crisscrossing like this, obviously, because it's not realistic. When again, I'm not really necessarily going for any kind of realism, or not any kind of realism, but I don't want to leave this as a smooth surface that has no detail. I don't want to add like a weird detail that doesn't really match anything else. Here's the problem. That exact problem. That should go into a different direction. The opposite direction. You want for the wrinkles to match, again, the direction and the thing. Where is the... This one is a bit too sharp, I already said it, but it's... How about... the wrong way completely? No. I have some... I had better alphas. What did I do with my alphas? I could have sworn I had better alphas for clothes. I have like a bunch for skin, some for fur and scales and stuff like that. Some of these are some generic ones that just come with ZBrush, but I had different ones. What is this? Cracked, stylized feather, Chinese custom alphas. What is this? Cloth. Here are some cloth ones that I was not remembering. I think I modified some of these. They were a bit too much. Oh, this is the one I was looking before, for this bunched up sort of area. I couldn't find it. soften this a little bit before applying this. Maybe this other side. What? No. Can I? Oof. Okay, that's not really helping. This is a bit too sharp. This, some of this, I should make my own alphas, but it's a tricky thing to do. It's very trial and error. And, Crackaloor, what are these? This I don't remember. What are these packs? Oh, okay, more cracks and stuff like that. Yeah. Crater. These are interesting textures, but not really what I'm looking for. I guess I'm stuck with this. A lot of these are very excessive. If I applied this, or one of these, this, for example, is too much. It could work maybe like on jeans or something, but or maybe it is what I need. I don't even know anymore. If I apply that and soften it again a little bit. So again, I really wanted to make this sort of puffy and drapey and all of that I said. That's the thing, some of these overlap well with themselves or with other textures and others don't really. I don't know if this makes any sense. The direction can be such a big problem. I shouldn't make this so symmetrical, but sometimes it's just what works. This is too scrunchy now. I don't want to be like toiling over this for too long, but really there's no shortcuts for a lot of things, and I'm using already a lot of shortcuts with the alphas and everything. If I was doing manually every wrinkle, it'd take forever. Is the butt kind of big? It's not like this, like black leather. They should look good in that kind of material, or anything with a bit of a sheen. Why is this? Oh, no, I don't want to soften it too much, but I don't even know what his butt should look like, but certainly not big. He's kind of a skinny guy, but he should have a buttocks shape where the buttocks belong. Not too round, not too anything. I don't know, something sort of soft, but just a shape that it should be. That's a very high intensity, but I should maybe... fix this area a little bit. The overlap of different folds has caused like a weird thing in here. Anyway, I don't know if it's even truly visible. I keep thinking this sleeves need more texture. I don't want to go as hard on this as the trousers, but they do need... I need a shortcut for the freaking alphas. I hate going back and forth like this. Do I have any alpha here that I modified that's like an actual... an actual thing that I can use. Something like this is too much. Oh well, that one is noisy on top of it all. I loaded the one with too much texture, but How about 6 or 4? This one 4, but the PSD version. Is something like that too much? It already doesn't match this bolts from this direction. Lower intensity, well, not so much lower. That's the problem, again, as usual. The direction of the wrinkles doesn't match. This side doesn't match the other. But I feel like that's something I could work with. Should be able to see where I apply them. I feel like that's a bit more organic. Where's the one I was using for this one? For the pants, the crinkling on the. Yes. I don't want to make it super wrinkly either, but I didn't want to leave it completely smooth, like an unfinished shape, the way it looked. Now I feel like I've created some tension in the clothes, and it looks a bit more like something. I don't know if some bolting here like hinting at not necessarily the pectorals, but it's not even visible. A little texture there. Maybe just one single thing there. Again, just to give it a bit of a more organic look. I don't know if the vest should have any wrinkles. I tried it before and I feel like it should be, or it should appear to be a more rigid material that's probably not going to bunch up like that, and it's made to fit anyway. So it's not like the rolled up sleeves and pants. I keep saving because this thing crushes sometimes, and it does save automatically as a safety precaution, but sometimes if there's some weird error, it'll save the error too, and the safety saves will be unrecoverable and freaking useless. So I keep saving whatever progress I make. I'd like to do some kind of design here in the back of the vest. Something maybe like embroidered. I downloaded this Photoshop action to make it look like it's really embroidered. The individual stitches. I used it in my Queen Amidala costume sculpt that I did last year for my daily challenge. Are the hands too low? I think that's the right place for the hands. Anyway, he's not perfectly proportioned as a human or anything. His hands are already kind of big, so are his feet. I think I'm gonna... Where are the forearms here? Wow, really, where are the hands? This suddenly has so many pieces. Well, some I could delete probably because they were just reference for different parts that I'm no longer using. I still don't know which one of these I prefer. Anyway, I saved them in a previous version, so I'm going to remove them from here. this already has too many parts that I don't need right now. Oh, I remember when I thought of giving him perhaps a fat belly, but that was part of the, probably more like the original goblin design that I wanted for him. When I turned him more into a humanoid boy and certainly a full-sized human-like character, I thought it wouldn't be sort of flattering if I gave him that sort of belly. I'm removing all the pieces that I don't need, that I had saved as sort of spares before. Alright, initially I had done this kind of decoration for the sort of shoulders. But it looks sort of formal, it looks sort of maybe reminiscing a different culture or something. I'll be right back, my dog is crying, I have to look at her. Back. She was fine, but she only has this extreme separation and anxiety, and she cries sometimes when she's left alone. Again, I don't know what to do with this detail. I had done it early on before I did this shoulder thingy in the vest. But it looked a bit excessive. It looked again like it was referencing either like a Middle Eastern or a Far Eastern culture, which of course there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not what I was going for. It looked like kind of out of place, or like referencing something that I wasn't really going for. I still don't know if I should keep them or not. Give some, maybe if I can make it like really skinny, really just like a little detail. It adds a little flair, it adds a little something, but I don't know if it does. TVH. In the same sense, I had done these. Where did it go? I had done different versions of this sort of shoulder thingies. This looked very much like Asian, like a Mandarin kind of costume, and I immediately thought of undoing that. Why am I still listening to myself? Stop. Is it paused or not? I need to pause. Pause. Pause, dang it. So these definitely have to go. These a bit higher. Also kind of the same thing. These sort of smaller ones. This could still be useful, thinking about it, because I keep thinking of how this lower, sort of bigger ones are going to collide with the animation of the arm. I keep thinking they're gonna get in the way, but these smaller ones might just be what I need in this area. I don't even know. That's also another reason why I don't know when I'm going to consider this design and this character finished, because again, I could be sort of happy with the design, happy with the sculpture, but then it turns out that I have to modify something because it just doesn't work with the rigging and for the animation, and I'm gonna have to come back and modify whatever needs to be fixed for that. These, I don't know if I should cut them or something, because they look like they clearly go into the vest instead of... My favorite are still these. but really if I don't know how I'm going to rotate the arm without it colliding with this freaking thing. It might very well get in the way. Anyway, what I was doing was this. I still don't know what to do with this. I think they have really nothing to do here, but they have no business being here, but they could be like a little touch, maybe in the same color and the same material as this. Damn it, I lost it again because I had made him invisible to here. I still don't even know what colors I'm going to use, because I have some idea, but I also should play with the Astrid character and her color scheme. Maybe like ERGOL should have something that complements it or opposes it, or I don't even know. Should I bring it all the way down here? I don't know if I should go for something reddish and sort of earth tones or whatever for ERGOL, or something sort of bluish. More. I feel like we're made to feel like blue is more of a protagonist colors. But I don't know if I should go for blue for him or blue for Astrid, or probably something more red for Astrid. I don't even know what Astrid is exactly. Again, as I was saying, I have to sort of redesign her. I didn't have like a finished design, same as ERGOL. I thought I was going to find it along the way of sculpting her, but I did have this idea of her being a fairy with a sort of floral motif, as opposed to ERGOL's mushroom thingy going on that he has going on. But as I rewrote the lore and the sort of origins and practically the entire world, I decided she would be more of a sorceress, or the daughter of a sorceress. And again, right now I don't know if I even want her to be human, because with ERGOL not being human, and that's kind of has to do with part of the subtext of the story is how he's treated, how he's perceived, how he is made feel like an outlier sometimes. And again, all of this by good people. Evil has been vanquished. This is just people who aren't bad, they're not bigoted or anything, but they still think of this guy as some weird experiment that a wizard made out of a mushroom. You know? He's not truly one of them. Even when he's appreciated and loved even, they still see him as this odd thing. He is an odd thing anyway. A freaking plane is flying by. I don't know if the microphone is picking it. A small plane. In that sense, maybe I could also give the pockets like a bit of a trim, a bit of a thing here in the edge. Would it make sense? I feel like this is too much. It's a bit too inflated. I don't want it to bleed through the vest as it is clearly here, but maybe I could deflate it a little bit. Ten is probably too much, huh? But it's looking very thick. I don't want it to look like a big thing. Sometimes scale throws you off and you don't know what's the size of the character you're looking at. Precisely because of some details look like they don't match the character scale. It's mostly just a perception thing, but you have to be able to look at a character and just get it. It has to make sense to you at first glance. Except, of course, if you want to trick your audience into thinking something that's not quite correct. That'll do. Not merge, split must. Okay, thank you. But in general, you want for your characters to be readable in that sense. You don't want to be obvious, but you want for them to make sense. for them to be cohesive with the story, with the world, with everything you're trying to do. Or it feels like a failure. It is a failure of a character if people are looking at it and they don't know what they're looking at. Well, I'm not a character design expert anyway, but you know, the only background that I have is film school, which I didn't really graduate from, and I haven't really done anything. In the industry, so to speak. Is there even an industry here? It's kind of generous. It'd be pretty generous to call it an industry. There's something going on at the capital, as it's often the case in most places. The big city. Not even so big, but you know what I mean. Some people I went to school with ended up working in some TV stations and stuff like that. They have the geographical advantage of living closer to the city anyway. Me, I had to travel every day. Travel? What am I trying to say? Why do I stumble through my frigging... That's something else that streaming has made me realize. I speak in half sentences. I don't ever know what I'm going to say. I was never great communicating in person anyway. That's probably why I wouldn't make a great storyteller either. Smooth. It's a wonderful skill that I don't have. Public speaking on any capacity. But I don't know, it's been sort of stimulating to stream. Give myself a bit of a schedule, to give myself a bit of an excuse to really do this for once. To really work on this guy, to really work on this project. But hell, I absolutely don't have what it takes to be like a public person speaking. Should I remesh this as low as I can? Oh, that's even. Higher than I expected. Let's polish, let's soften this a bit. What's the problem with this? If I put something in these pockets, I'm gonna have to rework this anyway, so... But I wanted to have some detail, I wanted to have some flair. Right now it was everything kind of too empty and too plain. I don't know if he should have fingernails. Yeah, he should. He absolutely should. It's not even a question, but I don't know if I should make them now. Question mark this hand anyway. Again, I don't know if he's gonna have. I said it before many times. I don't know if he's gonna have 3 fingers on a thumb. Cartoon kind of hands. I have 1 more hour for this stream, roughly, unless something happens. Not that anything should happen. But where are the freaking forearms in this hierarchy? They're like 1,000 miles away. Is that it? I'm gonna merge this and just weld them together. Oh no, that created some garble. Are the hands, are the fingers perfectly separate? Okay. I think... What's the... No, give me a line work. Wow, that's dense. What? Why is it a rectangle? Give me a brush. If I extracted the fingernails kind of this way, would it be too stupid? Because I think that could work. If I extract this... That's terribly thick. 0.002. Something like that. And then really worked it around the finger. Made it longer. This is just a test again, as a lot of the things that I'm doing, to see how they work. Because I have brushes, like insert multi-mesh brushes for fingernails, but I don't know. They all end up looking the same. That's kind of thick, but I could maybe deflate it a little bit, not enough to turn it inside out, but something like that. Can we remesh at a lowish? What's a thumb like anyway? What's a thumbnail? Literal thumbnail. I don't know, but I'm going to remesh this with no. To remesh it into just one shape and one subtool. And smooth out this seam here that shouldn't be there. Was that too high? Why on earth? wanted to do it with the same polygon count. That was not what I was going for. Oh well, maybe before remeshing I could use this high. Yeah, this is kind of low. Let's do the previous one. Let's go back to this and just mask out what should be the other nails in this. In this density, because I think it's pretty high and it's gonna be good for this. Should be more here towards the end. Would those work as nails? I'm trusting this hand as if it was perfect and it's not. Anyway, I'm gonna need a whole set of hands for ERGOL in different positions and in different poses. So these ones are not final. So these nails are just... Probably when I have to make multiple hands, I will not remake the nails every time, and I will just use my brush, my IMM brush, for the nails. Now let's extract this the exact same way, and we'll deal with this later. Well, let's do the basics of getting rid of those weird edges, and let's probably remesh them right now. Is the stream still working? What density did I use for this? Under 1. Not half, under 1. Okay, that's low quality enough, but yeah, maybe because they're bigger, they should remesh with a slightly higher density. Anyway, I'll work on them later, but what I should do is give them a basic polish, nail polish. I should now remesh the hand. What I did before was not great. Let's do 15? Question mark? Oh, I said I was going to do the satchel. I was going to fix, quote unquote, fix the strap, because it's really weird. I ended up deforming it so much trying to wrap it around him. I modified it too many times. It ended up being weird. I don't know if I can split it from... Well, I got a text. I don't necessarily want to split hidden. This still has its correct coordinates and stuff. Anyway, I'm probably going to have to deal with the satchel separately a lot, also for the sake of animating it. I got a text. What did I do? Did that? No. This is a problem because I want to soften these little shapes. But I wanted to keep the sharp edges. I don't know if it's too thick. Probably it's one of those things that I was talking about, that it messes up your perception of the scale of the other things, because this is like too thick. You'd expect it to be realistically not this thick. What freaking strap have you ever seen that's thick like this? It makes it look like it's some kind of miniature or something. If I remesh it with a relatively low poly count, maybe now I can soften it by... I could polish it by features and no, that smoothed it out completely. But it's not so bad thinking about it. If I don't know if I want to try deflating it a little bit to make it thinner. Is that too much? It needs to be much thinner, but if I clay polish, is that... yeah, there we go, that made it sharper again. It was way too thick. It should look sort of organic. And this now ended up looking too big. Maybe I should redo it from the current iteration of the thing. here I have to, it's colliding with this, so I should lift it a bit. Is that too much? Is it too little? Is that, what is that? What do I do with this now? It's way too thick. Can I... Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. I might have to redo it using the strap again. Wait. I like... I like the sort of length. As it is. If I extract this now, I could make it kind of thick and then no, that's the exact problem that I had with the other thing. But is this enough? It only needs to be like a little detail. Like it's reinforced. Does that look even, or it's too... I don't know what was my criteria to start it here and end it here the way I did. It's I don't even know if it's even in the center of the strap. But well, it'll have to do. Again, it's the kind of thing that it's so hard to eyeball because it's an irregular shape. There's no way of measuring. I like it like that. It's not overlapping, it's not over clipping. It looks like one is really inside of the other. Well, this feels like some very subtle stuff again, but it feels like more like progress, what I've done today, as opposed to the rest of the week. What did I press? What the hell is this even for? I hate that so much. BMT, topographical. What? Why aren't you cooperating? I know that's not how nails work. I'm gonna try to make the bed work better. Should I do it with a crease? Should I do it with a thing? Okay, this is not a how nails work either, but at least it's a better approximation. Is it? Hands are freaking hard. Oh, these are very thick also. I did some deflating with the thumb, with a literal thumbnail, and then some polishing. What did I press? No. Again, god damn it. This freaking thing. Is that more like it? Bit more square, bit more. Where's the crease again? Okay. 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 No. Don't go so far all at once, god damn it. Why is it this so sensitive? Okay. And this is sort of temporary. I'm going to have to do multiple hands for ERGOL in different positions, different poses, quote unquote. For rigging it and animating him. I don't know why I'm so concentrated for this. A lot more than usual. Nope. Okay, that was rough and not too realistic, I guess. Nails aren't that curvy, they're a bit more flat. I don't know if I maybe should try to flatten the surface a little bit. Or just smooth it out. Am I inflating? Why is it? This brush is acting like a different brush completely. Can I polish again? These are not looking great, but again, they're just sort of temporary. I'm going to have to make so many different hands for him. I don't know if that many, but a bunch of different hands that I'm probably going to make them a bit more generic, since I'm gonna have to make a bunch of them. in different positions. Well, it's just so he didn't have nailless hands. Again, how much time do I have? I have a bit, around half an hour. I don't know if it's time to perhaps try to do some poly painting and exporting him. I feel like basically what the hell am I looking for? Where is the freaking material that I'm looking for? It's not here. This is the one that I'm looking for. There was like a nice one that had a slight is this the one that I'm looking for? There was a material that looked like had a bit of subsurface scattering. Not really, but it had a slightly warm translucence. I should not show my browser so much. I should, now that I'm here. I'm gonna delete that if I need it. I'll bring it back from a previously saved version. What is this? Oh, the strap. Oh, that's the old one. This I can delete as well. Is there anything else that I'm not using? I have to come up with some design for the back again. I'd like something sort of embroidered that it shouldn't be an E. I've already used the E from ERGOL here, and I don't know again if it's something he would do. Again, it's like assuming this was lovingly made for him by Astaroth, the wizard that made him, and he just keeps wearing it. I don't know if it would be his choice necessarily to wear something with his initials in it. He's probably sort of outgrown this. Astaroth probably made it for him when he was younger, or little. Now ERGOL has grown up without Astaroth, but he still wears this stuff. Look at the belt, he's already in the last hole of the belt. Again, I put these as means to tie something like a pouch or something, but maybe some tool. I don't know if these are exactly what I need. These things. Again, I don't want to spend so much time on the same things again and again, but well, I guess things need all the work they need, and they're only done when they're done. I've deformed this a lot, haven't I? Remeshing? What am I doing? If I 180'd this, is it any better? Again, this is a detail that I might lose completely. I don't know if I should start trying to poly paint. I could do some work on the palms now that they have been softened by the remeshing. Just give it back some definition because it's a bit of a bouquet of sausages right now. just a little bit of detail. Here I should probably enhance the knuckles a little bit. B, brush standard. I have to look at my own hand, but I'm looking at my left and doing his right. It's weird. It's been such a busy week that I'm really looking forward to a more calm weekend. I don't have any plans or anything, I just hope it's gonna be more relaxed. This is very subtle. I just want to bring back some shape because I don't want him to look like he has arthritis either, but I want to recover some of the lost shape. Well, the basic hand didn't have a lot of detail either, but it's a subtle thing, but just adding those knuckles, it looks even more masculine in a way. It's still a bit of a bouquet of sausages. Can I... Is that no? Move topographical. I think that's better. I think he's already a guy. More of a character and less of a mess. Can I mask this out and... I should. I keep thinking I could give this a bit of a texture of some sort, but I don't know what exactly can I do. No, that's funny. Well, not this necessarily, but maybe if I can. Where's the noise? Is this noise? Where the hell is the thing I'm looking for? More target. No. Surface? Noise, yes. Maybe if I could rotate it and make it... Well, I could do that with the texture. I'm more looking for... Why is it being applied like that? Oh my god. well, forget about it. Why is it green? Maybe with some kind of texture I can make something more even. I can give it some kind of texture to the soles. That's very much of a tennis kind of shoes thing, not this medieval kind of thing that I was going for. What was I looking for? I already forgot. Oh, one of these sort of more even textures, maybe something like this, but more evenly spaced. Would it make any sense if I did something like you know? That's too much like sport shoes. Would it make any sense? They're too flat right now. That was kind of the point, but now I keep thinking you should have pockets. Why didn't I think about that before? What if I did just for fun? Since probably today I'm not gonna do any of the poly painting, but I think sculpting wise I'm kind of set for the time being. Again, I'm probably going to have to add some details, some accessories. I'm going to have to redo some parts for the sake of breaking them down for rigging and for animating, but for the time being I think it's kind of done. Sculpt wise, no. Is that too long? I don't know, something like this, but let's split it. What did I do? Again, this freaking thing? Oh my god. No wonder. I don't know if the kind of design of pants that I was going for would have this kind of pockets, but let's just give it a try for the sake of seeing if it friggin' works, or if it makes any kind of sense. Especially since I don't have... Now the dog is barking. I don't know if there's someone at the door. I don't like being interrupted when the stream's almost over anyway. Does that make any sense design-wise? Are these too deep? They should be more forward there. Less curvy here. Sometimes I get distracted and I think I'm going to start talking to myself. As I do. And I'm afraid I'm going to say some nonsensical thing. Well, worse than I'm already doing on stream. I have no idea. Did I lower the intensity in that? Why did it change so much? Why is the... Did I lower the intensity so much that nothing is moving anymore? Yeah. There we go. I don't know if this is a very bad idea, but... Does that look too modern? Are these too big? They would be like this. Well, he has big hands, so it has to be like big opening. I don't think that's the biggest problem of a pocket situation, but just something that's really not clicking. I don't know if I should soften the wrinkles here inside. Do they look like they shouldn't be here there? I don't know if I should outline. Oh. Well, this black, it's too black, but this black is something. It's too dark. But some dark sort of leather. Jesus. is maybe what the pants are going to look like. So do they make any sense? I don't even know. But ERGOL should have pockets. I mean, he is like a handy guy again. He has kind of given up on magic in a way. Not given up completely, but again, he was made and raised by a wizard character, and but after his maker, mentor, father figure died, he has moved away from the tower where they lived. He has made his own home inside a big tree. Should I clay polish again? So again, he's very much a guy that does a lot with his hands, and he's going to make a bit of an exception here with the spell he's working on with Astrid. He knows that sooner or later he's going to go back to magic. He is the only keeper of the wisdom of his maker, but he's still coping with all of that. And so he's more of a handyman. Should I polish by features? No, it's still... I don't know, I don't think it's a terrible idea for him to have pockets. It's very... it didn't make a lot of sense for the character. What? No. I want to make just a quick render. What else should I invert? Oh, the pockets. I should invert the brows. Should I invert? Again, the eyes, I'm going to give a little bit more detail to the eyes. But the nails, maybe. I should merge together all the nails. mouse. Let's do this. How did you do the turntable thingy here? I so don't remember. Am I gonna have to look it up? My god, I haven't done this in a while. Where am I looking for? It's a movie menu. Where's the movie menu? Here it is. Jesus. Here, overlay. Delete that. Percentage scaling. Movie turntable. Oh, that's not what I had in mind. I thought it was going to render it like. Yeah, I don't want the fade in and the fade out. I so don't ever use this, and there is a time-lapse setting for it. I've been making time-lapses out of the VODs here. How do I need to do this first? And then movie turntable? Is it working? Well, it's gonna take a while because it's calculating the shadows and everything for every frame. Anyway, I will put it in my socials in the final thing. It's gonna take a little bit to render, not too long. It's not the end of the world. It's just a few frames, and but it has to calculate the shadows and that kind of stuff. So I am going to end the stream now, because it is all the time that I have for today. Thank you, Breen, again for coming. Thank you, anyone that might be lurking over there. I should come back tomorrow. I might just make some minor adjustments to the sculpt, but tomorrow I might attempt already some finishing, some polypainting for the skin and whatever details needs, like some weathered look or an extra texturing, and I will move over to Keyshot for a finishing, for the final, again, a temporary kind of final look at ERGOL. So that should be it for today. Thank you again, thank you for watching, thank you for coming. See you tomorrow.